President MMUOSA. And this evening I want to welcome you all to this grand gala dinner. It's actually so amazing how you guys showed up today. Tulikuwa worried kidogo, but we are so happy that you guys managed to come and to celebrate with us. With us, we have our lecturers. We have literally all of our lecturers with us, except one, but we have his apologies with us. Now, let's appreciate our lecturers for showing up for us. And today, it's a day that we, as optometry students, both from MMUOSA and Keynote, we are meeting together at a dinner to celebrate the World Optometry Week. Let's give a clap just for the fact that to put MMUOSA under one roof. And so, we have a program in the and I want to welcome you all. We're opening this gala dinner at this particular moment. And what I would like us to do, I would like us to give a shout out to ourselves. Throughout the week from Sunday till tomorrow, we are celebrating the World Optometry Week. And the theme has been a shared vision, collaboration through global eye care. We're already having collaboration among our students, and you're having collaboration among the students and our lecturers, and also the school at large. So we give a shout out to the fact that we have been able to accomplish this as students, and we have been able to come together to celebrate, literally. Yeah, so nani anatupigisha nduru za shout out? Onyancha. But okay, let's do 5 factorials. 5 factorials from 5 zikishuka. 5 factorials, and then we welcome our patron so that she will take over.
Guests, colleagues, faculty members, our dear students, and let me say ladies and gentlemen, even if you're not any of those groups, good evening.
Good evening.
Are you guys happy? You don't look like you're too tired or hungry. But food is coming, so no worries. Mine is simple, very short. We are gathered here, and this is a very special occasion where for the first time we are uniting as optometrists across different institutions. Let's be specific, MMUOSA and KOSA. And now there's going to be the launching of KOSA. So this is a very, very special occasion. I am very happy, honored to have you around. You're gonna run the show, so I don't talk much. But as the students' patron, MMUOSA, I wish to welcome you very much. And even as we are marking this important day, which is part of the World Optometry Week 2026, it's not all about celebrations. It's more about reflecting back to what exactly your role is, and you, the students, are the future. And that is why from here, we are going to put in more effort so that we may all be part of this global move towards eradicating avoidable blindness. And with those few remarks, I wish at this juncture to welcome, before I welcome our COD, I have colleagues in the house, and I want to welcome each one of them to say a word briefly, and then I'll welcome the chair of department to continue from there. Should I bring the mic? Dr. Monica, welcome.
So much. Hi. Hi. I must say I am so proud of what I'm seeing happen today. Faith and the team, everyone, whatever you've done, even the guys who showed up, I am so proud. I don't have much to say. Also to your patron, oh my goodness. I have seen the stress that she has had trying to keep every plate still moving. I appreciate you very much. We appreciate you very much. So thank you, and I wish you the best of time.
I think you put me on the spot here. I wasn't prepared to make any speeches, but I must say that all of you look very nice. I think I've never seen this side of you. Every time we fight with you to dress well when coming to class, at least now I know you want suits. So welcome everyone. I think this is a step forward. It's very nice to have Kafuka students here. I think it has been a long way, and it will be very nice. I think we wanted to have the KMTC students also, but that was not. But yeah, welcome everyone.
Thank you, Doc. So from Monday, official dressing, right? So thank you very much. You're very much welcome. Dr. Rono, please take it away.
Okay, thank you. Let me start first from here. Recognizing our chief speaker, who has come all the way from the college to come and celebrate with us this day. The office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Affairs, and also our school executives represented together by our head professor, Professor Polpoi, our lecturers in our department, our students, both MMUOSA and KAFUCOM, and the leadership of both associations, that is MMUOSA and the other one is called KOSA. I want to say this evening that I'm very much happy and be part of this celebration, this dinner. It is really very joyous, and it encourages me that we are sitting together as a family of optometrists. And this is actually the country we are. What we are forming here is eye care services in Kenya. And I feel that as we are sitting together like this, the warmness we have together will go down to our communities, because our first primary objective is to first be able to diagnose patients from them right away from the community, so that we can be able to eradicate avoidable blindness. And actually, when we sit together here, I feel we are meeting the objective. And our guests, I would want to say that we have very bright students. We have very disciplined students. And I've always told them, and I'm starting to believe this is the right thing, what I've been saying, is optometry is a very rich profession. And I've been telling them all the time that most of them will be driving Prados, they'll be driving Mercedes-Benz, they'll be driving what? Porsche. And this is just an indicator which we are seeing that if you can put on the way we are doing here, put on nice suits, put on nice dresses, making good airs, shaping our airs very well. Some of them, I've never seen them shaped the way they have done. And it really encourages me that we are doing the right thing. And I would want to invite each one of us to this gallery. And I think it is one of the important things which has made us to come together in one. And just to talk about the World Optometry Week, it this is a celebration which is done by every optometrist in the world. And us as a community in Masinde Muliro and KAF, I think you saw it very nice that we sit together and celebrate as other optometrists in the world, in the global region, even in Africa. And I think as we progress like this, tutawaambia wengine wafanye nini? Wasome lebo. Sindio? Soon we tell them, wasome lebo. We lead and others will follow. And this is actually what we want. We want our region to develop. We want our communities around us to be empowered, so that we start from ourselves. We start eradicating blindness from our door before we reach to other regions. But I think our contribution, our chief guest and the office of the DVC, our contribution has been felt and has reached most of the communities, not only in Kakamega County or not in Western region, but we've extended to other areas like Nakuru. Like a month ago, we were in Nakuru County, a place called Bahari constituency, Bahari North, and the students here, our 50 years, were able to screen over 1,500 students, patients. And this is a big achievement. And I wish that this kind of strength we have and the vision we have will grow to other regions of the country, so that we are even in Northeastern, we are in Turkana, where there are people who are less developed. We are actually not developed as a country, but the other people who are less developed than us. So we need to reach them. So as we are starting this World Optometry Week, we have a series of activities. We started with a workshop, which was a webinar workshop, and we started engaging ourselves as optometrists and the history of our optometry and how we came from and where we are. And every one of us was able to understand the strides we've made. And after that, we went to our communities, we went to 2 schools. We went one in Visero, sub-county, I think so. It's called Shibinga. Just right away near where the big boss, that road comes from. And we arrived almost next to the road. And after that, we came to our house there in Shikota. We also screened the community there in a church, I think. And many patients were also seen and they benefited from the services the students offer. And I think going on more and more, we'll be having more outreaches, because this is one of the departments in the old university which is actively involved in outreach programs. And we've been able to positively touch on very many patients. Many patients have attested that they are able to see and they've got remedies, including getting spectacles, getting drugs, and even being referred as soon as possible from the early diagnosis. And that is the objective of an optometrist. So I don't want to say much. I want to say welcome to each one of us. I feel happy to see all of us like this, where there is no lecturer, there is no student, we are all dressed very well. And you can even also attest that I'm dressed very well today. Because I feel that we are going to like a wedding. This is a celebration to us. And I feel nice to be part of this. So we also thank the office of the Vice Chancellor and the management of the university for really supporting us in various aspects. In fact, as when they hear the word optometry, people know who are they. And they give us the support at the first line. When we say we want to go for an outreach, no one will blink an eye. They will always give us the support. Can we really clap for the management? We really thank KOSA for the support you really extended to us. And we pray that may you extend more support to us so that we can reach to as many communities as possible. Our aim is to reach the whole country if we can. We can even go for 1 year and go and stay there and see all the people and avoid blindness in the whole country. And even we can go to our neighboring country, to Uganda, because there is East African community and there is a railway line which is being developed. Just from Kenya, you're going to Rwanda, and we can make use of that. So without taking my time, I think I've talked a lot. Can we join our hands to welcome Professor Boy, who is sitting on behalf of the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, and also on behalf of our Dean, who sent his apologies but is able to represent the school. Welcome, Prof.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rono, the Chair of the Department of Optometry and Vision Sciences, our guest speaker, who is here with us, Dr. lecturers in Optometry Department, our friends, comrades from Kaimosi Friends University, comrades from MOST. Good evening. Good evening once more. Today I'm going to talk from the hip. Are you seeing that? Those who are normally who watch soccer, when a player talks of talking from the hip, then he will talk from his heart out. I'm impressed with one thing. One, when I came here, immediately I got in, I was surprised. I'm used to seeing very rough people in the School of Education. But when I looked at these our students, you are so decent. Clap for yourself. Very decent, very organized, and focused. And I want to believe this is simply because of the leadership. We are very proud of your department, Dr. Very proud of it. Why we are saying so is that this is a department that has put us on the globe. Not only in Kenya but out when it comes to community service. As you know, the university vision is mainly on teaching, research, and community outreach. And optometry has always been on the forefront. When it comes to going to the agriculture show, we normally fraud optometry. By the way, if it's not on the budget, we say optometry first, because it gives the face of the university. Secondly, this is one of our flagship projects. When we talk of a flagship program in the university, optometry is one of them. Not education, but what? Optometry. I'm talking that because one, I'm here to represent the DVC, Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Golicha, who is away on official mission. Secondly, a few minutes ago, I was with the VCs, and he sent me personally to pass greetings to you. Do you receive them? He would have been here, but because of other official engagement, he had to leave and send us. We have 3 groups meeting today. We have the engineering meeting somewhere. We are also offering the Africa group at Golf, where we have students of over 30 universities who have been here for the whole week. So as we talk now, 3 groups are meeting separately. One of the DVCs has been sent to one of the groups and like that. And therefore, receive appreciation and thanks from our VC who have been here. He said that he's proud of this school and most importantly of this department because of what it has done. From the division of education or division of academics, I want to observe that if we talk of programs that are already CBE or a CBET, we can't leave to mention what? Optometry. Because you are a hands-on people. And I'm happy the program has been rolled by the division to ensure that there is continuous retooling of our staff. Just to sharpen our tools so that we remain 21st century compliant. And I'm happy to note that the university is supporting that. In line with that also, I want to appreciate this program because it's a market-driven one. I've had to head 2 institutions. I don't know how, but I've had to head 2 health institutions. One, I was in charge of a mission hospital for 10 years as a chair. And during that time, I had to hire 2 students from MUST on the eye clinic. Are you seeing that? Yes, when they told me we need to hire, I just said, let us get from MUST. And we began that, that's Lugulu Mission Hospital. Have you heard of that Lugulu Mission? With a staff of over 200. Then, I also went to chair one of the sub-county hospitals in Bogoma County. At that particular time, we interacted with one of the students who was also from us. So we are proud of you people because of what you are doing. This is one of the programs that markets the university both locally and globally. We want to appreciate the chair for initiating several linkages. As a division, we are proud because several linkages have been created by your department. And through that, we have had to receive equipments. I've had to be part of the group receiving equipments. It happens that sometimes they are brought when I'm acting as a DVC. So we have had to receive equipments to help us teach effectively. And that is because of the leadership and the staff. We want to encourage, please, let us continue, strengthen those links so that we benefit our students. As our good ambassadors there, we want to encourage you, be proud of your program. Market yourself. Be proud of it. And if possible, just walk like a doctor who has already trained. Don't look down upon yourself. Don't doubt yourself. When you make any decision, make it without kubahatisha. In this town, let me tell you, I don't visit any place to check. By the way, I have specs, and all my specs I've gotten from him, from Optometry, and somewhere here along the highway. Where our student is, I go for where our products are. That's where I go. Because I have confidence in our program. So if you open your optometry, or rather you open your shop, or rather your clinic, eye clinic, by the moment you introduce yourself that I'm a product of MUST, I'll comfortably and confidently allow myself to be looked in the eyes and tested. Because we have confidence in you. So I want to say that thank you so much. As I conclude, I would also want to observe that this is a very function, as I thank the committee that has organized. Thank you, patron, for doing that. I will encourage the patron for Musta, Masine Muro, School of Education, Education Fellows, to benchmark on you. So that we also have a gala like this. And I hope they will also invite you. Yes, I will tell them to invite you. Because you are not very many, we shall invite you. And I want to thank you so much for that. And lastly, I want to thank our guest speaker, for finding time to come and talk to us. We don't take it for granted as an institution. We are very happy for Sacrifice to come to talk to us. And I believe out of this talk, there is a lot that you are going to benefit. With those few remarks, it is now my pleasure to officially declare this World Optometry Week Gala Dinner officially open. Thank you.
Let's clap for ourselves. Let's clap for ourselves.
Thank you, Prof, for the inspiration you've given to us. Thank you for the accolades you've given us, and we promise that these people are bright. They are going to do their best. We'll try our best to nurture them, but from their background, we know that they are going to give us the best also. To make the university proud, to make our communities proud, and also make the country proud. To make our president proud also. Thank you. I would briefly want to introduce our guest speaker. He's not going to talk now, he's not going to say hi, because he has his special time. And the guest speaker was chosen. I was not part of the team to choose him. But somehow, I found that he was chosen. But being chosen has a lot of impact on me. The first thing is, and people are not only here, they have always asked from elsewhere, that he is my namesake. So, apart from being namesake, people ask always, why do people call Rono like eyes? Because there are so many Ronos also apart from us. But more importantly, Dr. Rono seated in front of us. I didn't know that he was coming, but we've been close together for very many years. We've shared a lot in the field of eye care, and at some point we worked together at some level, and we've inspired each other, and actually, to put the eyes on the cake, he is the first ophthalmologist in Kenya to have attained a PhD. The first eye care. He will introduce himself now and talk about himself. Practitioner. I don't think it's only in Kenya, maybe in East and Central Africa. So we are proud to have him today. And as I've said, he's not going to talk right now. He has his special time to give you some piece of advice to take on. But may I just give him, you hear his voice first. Then later you'll have accustomed to listening to him. Welcome, Dr. to just say hi.
Office of the DTC, fellow lecturers, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Yes. I'm supposed to say complex power. Complex power. Power. Nataka power. Actually, I'm Dr. Rono, and I'm happy to be here today. Most people often ask, what is your job? As is what hapa, what is common among all of us? Wote tunakula kwa macho. Sasa there are those who are incoming kula kwa macho, sisi tumeshakula kwa macho. So, and when you sit down with the president there, they ask you what your job description. Nasema tu, Your Excellency, your vision is to take us to Singapore, to some places somewhere, but our job is to make sure that the populations have good eyes to see that they have reached Singapore. We will talk more. I'm glad to be here and hope to interact more. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I will turn back program to the patron.
It's actually good. Faith and her team will be leading us through the next step.
Okay, good evening. So, for this particular moment, we're going to have the band. They give us 2 songs to changamke wote pamoja, and then we carry on.
Toto odari sulu na ficha ni kabu macho kama kengeza suti pini na peku nikimuchiti kwa Mungu nyumbe azabu sitokonga nyumba gari na kupa mlimo za abu kwanza kujibu kumona kumona na furaki kuchekia kustura ungelikuwa samaki ungeitwa kungura bezi lako ni tamu kama nyama za sungura Beyo raisi pita nishakupa kura kuna mshua kijana mbabu kisha kukipiga doa sije kunichukua girl legeza nyonga nikiwa mikono pako nikunene peshi wa furahi ndugu zako vibamia wajue mashine chakuo lako chafua kisima nimemwaga maji yako Yeah, I wanna take you to America, tunatoka furahi pamoja tukishi fresh. Please my baby, nataka tu celebrate kuongeza miaka 100 juu ya 40 sini fresh. Achana nao wenye chungu na fitina wavime wakule sumu mengi kukunisha vipa. Unasikia mingi za kuchana na wengine hebu ndio kwangu elishi hili za mingine.
No, I'm not perfect, but I hope you see my world. There's only you, nobody knew I put you first. And for you, girl, I swear I don't know why.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Habari zenu. Kwa Yesu asifiwe. So this is World Optometry Week 2026. We had a couple of activities from day 1 to today. So I think at the start we were told the theme of the week. It was a shared vision, a collaboration in eye care, a shared vision. Day 1 we had a workshop, an impactful workshop. In fact, it is a workshop that brought our lecturers and students together, and it created a lot of that nearness. The bond became stronger, more stronger. Then day 2, we had an outreach. That was on Tuesday, 24th. We had an outreach at Eshibianga Secondary School, where we screened so many people. Then on Wednesday, we had an online awareness where we had some audios running in the Must FM. Yes. Then on Thursday, yesterday, we also had a screening where we also screened a good number of people. And the last day was today, which is the dinner. So the week has been very fun. I think you've been enjoying. So mbarikiwe sana.
Amen. Good evening.
Good evening.
Said and done. Actually, I'm happy. I'm blessed. The day is a success actually. So we are going for the MMUOSA AGM.
So actually, one of the best things we have ever done as MMUOSA leaders and members of MMUOSA, we have stayed tuned to our theme. I never thought this would become the theme at the end of the year, but I'm glad that it became, because that was one of the things I fought for, and we fought for as your leaders. So during this year, since you placed us in the office, we have done a lot that has been actually, let's say, hidden to most of you, because most of you might think it's just like a phase. We have been in office, but we have not been working. But most of the time, it has because we have been trying to build the foundations. So for us, we build the foundations, and actually, throughout the year, we have tried all our best to bring and unite optometry. Number one, starting with, okay, we were left with responsibilities. The shoes were too big to fit, but we managed. Here we are. Actually, I don't know how to say it, but we have managed. Number one, MMUOSA has been linked internationally. As we speak here, we have leaders in AFOS, in Optoglobe. I believe most of us don't know these associations, but we are part of Optoglobe, an organization that connects all optometry students in the world. And actually, one of us, we are glad he's a leader there. For the AFOS, we were happy, and actually we appreciate, because one of us contested, and she worked as a vice chair in AFOS. I believe you know her, our own president, an able one. So the second thing we were able to achieve as part of collaboration, we have been told we were able to secure KOSA. It was a hectic job because an idea was just brought to us, and we had to unite despite all our differences, but it came to pass. We have had the KOSA launch. KMTC was supposed to be here, but unfortunately they are not here with us today. I believe we have worked, and for the next strike and the incoming, they'll be able to take KOSA to another level. The next thing we have been able to do, though it was a bit hectic because of the strike that came about, we did CMEs, which actually, because of the strike, they disrupted our calendar, and things actually never went as expected. But we were working on that. We'll pass it to the next. And then we were also able to partner with others. For example, the first partnership we had was with KOSA. I believe the executives were not able to arrive because of their program, but here we are. We did a partnership with them. Our relationship with that society is very strong, and actually some of them supported us for this day. Another thing we were able to do was to unite our alumni. I want to thank the class of 2023 and the class of 2025. It wasn't easy. As you all see here, actually, what made us together was because of those two classes. They helped us hand in hand. And for the class of 2025, I believe we have their representatives here, Amolo and Bashir. Those people really worked for us. the retreat was able just because of the class of 2025 and the class of 2023. Most of us never attended because of our differences, but it was a success just because of the two classes. I'd like to congratulate them, and actually for the betterment of our alumni and also for our association, let's work hand in hand with each other. Collaboration is key, and actually those two classes are examples. To our 50 years, even as you leave us, actually remember us. Remember what you have done, remember where we are, remember the foundations that built you. Let's collaborate to make MMUOSA and optometry in the whole world and in Kenya in particularly, to mark the strides actually. And then this year also, we were able to come up with a business that helped us raise funds for the association. Actually, we became business people because all the money, we were left bankrupt. We were able to come up with something that could actually raise for us funds. And I believe to our first years and second years, you know the business. To 4th years, 3rd years, and 5th years, actually you can be hearing rumors, but it's true. It's a business you have been able to align, and actually it will be working. So kindly cooperate with us. Whatever we post on those pages, whatever we sell, kindly be our #1 supporters. I hope this business of ours will be able to raise some more funds and actually help us in every initiative we take. Another thing. The business, actually. So we do sell frames, lab coats, scraps, pen torches, and PD rules, among others. So kindly support us. And then also, since we started, we only had Facebook accounts. I don't know how you call it, but is it LinkedIn, or whatever, what's for you. And then we had WhatsApp, right? So our able here has been able to achieve in the formation of TikTok. Actually, you guys see those videos, right? I believe kindly make us famous, make us viral. We want optometry in Kenya to go worldwide. Let's support also KOSA, they have a platform in TikTok. Let's support each other. It's us to support each other, to raise each other. Sawa. And finally, okay, it's not finally, I have a lot to say, but I just want to thank our able lecturers. Actually, it wasn't easy during this week. It was a hectic job, but to our able lecturers, the encouragement, the support they have given, actually I think all of them here, it's God. It has been God actually. So guys, let's support them, right?
Yes.
Let's take MMUOSA far. Sawa. We want, whenever you hear of MMUOSA, you just see collaboration, people uniting. And how were we able to put that in place? Number one, we started by the workshop. I believe it helped us a lot. For me personally, it helped me because I had questions. I came in first year, I never understood what optometry was. The first things and that induction wasn't enough. And it was passed also to our first year, second year. Actually, the 4th year stories and 5th year stories, it's the same thing. So I felt like we are in the same boat and we have to sail it together. So that's why we made that workshop to happen. I believe everyone attended, right? Who never attended the workshop? So kindly, and another workshops are coming. I believe we will have much better. So kindly let's support each other. Let's encourage our lecturers by showing up. And let's participate in any leadership post that is there. Let's come all, sawa. And then finally, last but not least, we never had an account as MMUOSA. We were left with a blank certificate. And the only thing we were supposed to do was to think of a way of coming up with that account. It was hectic because you are chased from this direction, next direction. Just opening an account for an association wasn't easy. Finally, we managed to open an account, an official account, a MMUOSA account. It's no longer till. So we can take huge sums of money actually. So we have an account with KCB Bank, our unique Kakamega branch, and all I can say is thank you for your support, guys. And also, it was just you people that made this day a success, right? So, and even the outreaches, I was happy how first years, second years were able to show up. You guys, we need to take more optometry to another level. So, thank you all for your support. And I just hope we can take this thing seriously and improve on the collaboration. Let's take this thing seriously, and it will help us, unite us, even as we live, even as we remain. Whatever you see happening in MMUOSA, whatever you see happening in KOSA or KOSA, finally, be able to raise an alarm for the corrections. Actually, I'm happy to see you people around, and may God bless you. Wherever that money came from, may it be blessed abundantly. Sawa. Yeah, thank you for your support once more.
Freshers, freshers in the building. Hands up. Oh, all of us are second years and above. Oh, they are shy. Now, with us today, we've got a recent alumni of Optometry who is going to talk about this white coat ceremony. So he's just going to brief us and all of us what is a white coat ceremony. Because hata watu wa Mturabi wanavaa white coat, na watu sijua kutembea wapi wanavaa white coat. So you want to know what is this significance of the white coat ceremony. So ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, let us put our hands together for the one and only Bashir. Yes, welcome Bashir. Talk to us.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Bashir Kosoba. I'm an alumni of Optometry department in Massachusetts University. So I'm glad to be back. And as you can see, my friend here is coming up with some white special linen. So the white coat ceremony is a special ceremony for those students who are joining their clinical years. So from a time when you've been doing a lot of theory, you start getting into a point where you have to practice what you'll be doing in the field. So to usher them into the field of practicals, you have to give them some orientation. So they will be coming here by one. They put on the white coat, then at the end of the session, they have to take an oath.
Tunaanza na chief diplomats. The next position is the male rep of reps. Male rep of reps, followed by the female. Mwenye yako akikuja, mwenye alikuwa anaondoka, ushakuwa replaced. The next person is the organizing secretary. Followed by the secretary. The academic representative. The next person. Are you ready? The next person is the vice president. So the next person is the president. And as I'm handing over, guys, don't let these guys chop onions. Support them to the end. The president. Abuja. He's going to introduce his team so that you can know them by name and by face and by post.
Good evening all. Office of the DVC, our chair of department, our lieutenants, and ladies and gentlemen, good evening. So as I stand here, I'm really grateful for everyone who had faith in me, for everyone who supported me and gave me this chance to represent you as students to the department. So here with me is my team, which will be working together. Each of us has their own mandate, so we'll be working collectively to the growth of our association. So I'll start by introducing the second in power, that is, she'll say hello.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I am Daphne Kemi. I'm the incoming vice president.
Good evening. I'm Grace Pamoki, as I said earlier. I'm the incoming secretary general.
Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm Susan Boru, incoming organizing secretary. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I'm Stacy Kibindio. I'm the incoming rep of reps women.
My name
name is Rita Moda Magale. I'm the incoming chief diplomat. I will be running TikTok accounts to go around 500. I'm not expecting to go less than 500 likes. Then you see what beg follow account. You see what beg they expect to be like that.
So thank you. Me as the chair, I only have one thing to say. I believe that leadership is getting things done. We are not just here for the names, for the titles, and for the editions. We are here to get things done. So I have had this ambition since I was in second year. So I watched Ologi, I watched my friend Stanley, and now her, Faith Wanjugu. So I've known their ups and downs, and I know where to start from. And I also will consider your voice. I'm here to amplify your voices to the relevant authorities. Okay. So I think we'll be working together to the greatness and to the growth of our association. And I'm also planning to work together with the KOSA and also KMTC to grow KOSA. And I believe it's being launched today. Yeah. So with the leadership, I believe she's the president right now. We'll be working together to make it great. Thank you. And as I finish, I just thank God for this opportunity. Thank you.
I just realized there are more ladies than men. As it should be, right? Congratulations to the incoming exec. And that is the problem exactly. One without an apology.
I'm also inspired to say something. And there's a word which says, when it says God yes, no man says. There's something I've always seen from two people here. And I've always said in class, they know themselves. Can I stop there? They know it. And I'm happy to see them now in the post. They have been together as class reps in the class. Now they have extended to higher level. I'm happy for them.
Okay. Sasa mshajua watu wenu ndo hawa. Mwapigie makofi, mwashike mkono na mtembee na hawa. So one of our great achievements zenye we've had through the year is formation of an optometry association that's going to cover us all as students. Imagine when we joined AFOS, okay, MMUOSA and AFOS are run, with me being the vice president. And so when we joined AFOS, you come to figure out that many countries have already grown. In as much as they have 2-3 optometry schools, some have, like Nigeria has more than 15 schools, and they have a national body that unites them. When you go to CLIMSA, when you go to medicine, physiotherapy, all these organizations have national bodies that represent them. But we as optometrists, we only had MMUOSA, we only had KOSA, and on the other hand, we had KAIMOSI. And so we took it as an initiative. It was an initiative that was passed down from the executive that was ahead of us, Amolo's regime. It was passed down to us, and we made sure, just the way those bundles were passed, we didn't light out the fire, and the candle is burning. And we are in labor. As optometry students, we are in labor at the moment, and any time from now, let's say in the next 5 minutes, we'll be doing some ululations. You choose if it's 4 or it's 5. But we're going to do some ululations. So, what I'm going to do next, we're going to introduce to you the Kenya Optometry Student Association's body. They are founders of KOSA, the people who've seen it through from the beginning, and hapa kwa delivery room yenye tuko kwa sasa. And mimi being kuna venye mtu haezi nini, unahitaji support through delivery. Na sasa mwenye alituanzishia hapa hii moto, mwenye alituteremshia ni Amolo na regime ya Amolo. See, Amolo, come and let us deliver this baby.
Thank you so much, Jay. So the word Donjo Mabel means inaingia vizuri. In the delivery room, we usually say that there is dilation. Okay, so in optometry we say the only dilation yenye huwa tunajua mostly ni dilation ya iris, ya pupils, ndio. But at the moment we are in the delivery room, so we are at 9 centimeters. So before I while it dilates, I will give a short history of KOSA. So what happened in KOSA was this, or rather to KOSA was this. There was an idea last year when we were having our first ever dinner to find a way of incorporating the student body into the professional's body. So for those who may not be aware, the professional's body that covers all optometry students in the country is called Optometry Association of Kenya. Now, by the time we were having our dinner last year, the only student organization at degree level that we had was MMUOSA. So the idea was to integrate MMUOSA itself as a body into OAC. But now when we sat down after the dinner, now while we were handing over this mantle to the next executive, the executive at the professionals body said, why don't we create one student body that will make it easy for all students in optometry. Now, not limited to the degree level, but from the degree level all the way to the diploma level that is offered by KMTC. And that's how the idea of KOSA was born. But when that idea was being born, we were already leaving office. So we passed the idea to the next executive. Dilation imefika 9.5 centimeters. This KOSA has been a battle, I'll say, between the executive and time, because they were trying to draft a constitution, a new constitution for the KOSA, in between balancing their times. We are at 9.6 centimeters. So while the dilation increases, I'd love to call upon my fellow midwives so that we can deliver this baby. So I'd love to call upon the founding executive for KOSA, all of them. Oh, I forgot my list. So the founding executive, kama ulikuwa kwa executive ya KOSA, kuja. Patient ameanza kulia. The founding executive tafadhali wa KOSA so that we dilate this thing. Kichwa imeanza kutoka. Kichwa imeanza kutoka hapa.
So, Given, please, let us save time. Given, Lucy, Faith, Bugs. Come on, go funding executive of KOSA. Let us come and deliver this baby. So we were supposed to have the KMTC students here, but due to logistical challenges, they were not able to join us. But we are really glad that exactly one year into the idea of the KOSA being born, we are having it being born. It could have been more poetic if it could have been the 9 months that we usually deliver, but we are still not badly off. So nani anatoa kichwa mimi? Asa mtoto akizaliwa huwa ni nduru ama huwa yeah? Alright. So kichwa inatoka kichwa ndio hiyo. Kichwa. Oh, imekwama. So the 2026 World Optometry Week, hiyo ndio kichwa ya e-title. So when we go down, we start to see the forehead of the child. We assume it's a lady though. Oh, the eyes imetokea. And then the hands. And then it's vision. And then it's KOSA. And then united for future eyes. And before we present to you the Kenya Optometry Students Association for the first time in the country. Women preparatory. So this effort towards giving birth to this Dini obviously has someone who broke the seed, sindio? I can dare say sisi tulikuwa wamama wa hii kitu. So the father who put the seed of this one into existence was none other than Dr. Alfred Ragot. Karibu sana our dad. We welcome you to the front, Madani. All right. So, the one is patron, yeah? So it's the patron of the KOSA. So, in order to appreciate this wonderful team, we'll be presenting them with certificates to appreciate their effort towards making this possible. And we'll be starting with Celestine Kosgei. Celestine Kosgei, thank you so much for making this possible. The next one is Hope Erina Tracy Hamala. The next one is Njuguna Murugi. That is Kafu. Thank you so much, Kafu. The next one is Kipkoech Enoch Korir. That is also from Kafu. Thank you so much for making this possible. Teka M. Lucy. That is the first president for KOSA. The next one is Muombo Janet Atieno. Thank you so much, Janet, for making this possible. The next one we have Bakita Nelima. Outgone Secretary. The next one we have Julius Nyerere. So a side note, Julius Nyerere also represents the association at the global level. So in Optoglobe he is the representative of Kenya. And then next we have Arua Henry Stanley. Thank you so much, Arua, for making this possible. Given. That is the current president for the KAFOSA, Kaimosi University Friends Optometry Association. And then finally we have Moke Rispa. We are wondering mwenye alipia certificates alibaki na zingine ni? Sawa. We have other certificates. Bado mlikuwa mnaandika? Then next we have Wanjugu Faith. Wanjugu Faith. Karibu sana. Thank you so much for making this possible. So in the meantime, Wanjugu Faith will be serving as the president of all optometry students in Kenya. So it's sort of a promotion. So we will ask the following to remain behind as we present the awards. Alright, so we will ask the executive to remain behind, the executive for KOSA to remain behind as the others go to sit down. Sawa. So the following will remain behind with us so that we present to them the founding gifts. Now, for the founding executive, we printed some t-shirts for them. Now, the t-shirt, when we open it, you'll be able to clearly see the logo for the Kenya Optometry Student Association. So there has been a proposal to kind of shift the names of our association to KOSA. Now we say, instead of calling it MMUOSA, we say KOSA Must Chapter, or KOSA Kafu Chapter, or KOSA Nairobi KMTC Chapter. Sawa. And maybe if another university dares to open, we also give them that name. So, but that is something that the constitution will work on so that we get to make it possible. So the executive that will be receiving the t-shirts are the following. All right, so the executive for the t-shirts. Number one, we have Celestine. Hey, women rep. The next we have Rispa. Rispa will also be the executive of the KOSA. Next we have Bakita. Will always be the executive. Next we have Givan Marire. Next we have Hope Tracy, then followed by Lucy Teka, followed by Janet, followed closely by Nyerere. Now Nyerere holds really many positions. So Nyerere is the Vice President of Optometry Students Association in Kenya. Nyerere also represents Kenya globally in the students' body, Optoglobe. So Nyerere is a man of many coats. Right now he's wearing two. Next we have Wanjugu. Now Wanjugu will be the president of the Kenya Optometry Students Association. Makofi kwao. Murugi, please. Usikose t-shirt bwana. Sawa. So the patron will say a word as we close.
Patron doesn't have a word. The most happiest person for this. It is long overdue to actually have an optometry association that covers all the training institutions. I think we are going to do a lot of great things with this team. Just the same way that we've done great things with MMUOSA. Yeah, let's look at the future and see what it will give us. Thank you.
So, hello everybody. As you all can see, we don't only have seats Zabo contest for in MMUOSA. We now have KOSA, we have EFOS, and as well we also have Optoglobe. Sindio? And yeah, So hizo 6 zote, they are ours to occupy. Optometry is for us. And as KOSA, our motto is United for Future Eye Care. We are not looking back, we are going forward. I'm going to introduce the leaders who are going to lead us in KOSA. I myself, as Faith Jogo, will be the president of KOSA. I am the president of KOSA. We have Jivan Marire from Kaimosi. Jivan Marire is the vice president. Salimia, you guys are going to interact later. Jivan Marire as the vice president. Janet Mombo as the secretary general. We have Bakita Nelima as the organizing secretary. Julius Nyerere as the treasurer. Hoperina Tracy Hamala for welfare. Lucy Teka, academic representative. Juguna Mary Murugi, public relations. So, here ndo chief diplomat kwa KOSA. And Kipkoech Enoch for graphics and designing. So, posters za KOSA zikitokea zikika wenye zinataka mnauliza Enoch. Mtawapea contacts. For welfare, we have Tracy. Organizing, we have Bakita. And we have the vice, Jivan Marire. I'm going to ask the vice, the secretary, and the treasurer to say something.
Good evening. I'm Jivan Marire, the vice president. I think creating the body is not just like a vision, but we are forming a movement. So I think it would be better if we work in conjunction with each other so that we can move a step ahead. Otherwise, thank you.
Good evening. Janet Mombo, I'm the Secretary General. Looking forward for a better optometry profession with you guys.
Yeah.
Good evening. So again, my name is Julius Nyerere. What I can say is to thank God for even enabling us to have that thought of beginning this association. And I request that we may support each other as we move through this journey. We shall conquer. Thank you.
These guys are here to serve you. Wapigeni makofi wakiketi.
At this particular moment, we are going to invite the band so that they can usher in our keynote speaker. They'll give us an item and then we'll proceed from there. You're welcome.
It is possible. That's why even here, I can see geniuses here. I can see geniuses here. And when I was now in those meetings in Nairobi, I was, we had started now having the ophthalmic optometrists now starting to come in, because I think around 2013, 2014, they started now coming out, and they now started coming into the practice. But we had one challenge as well. One challenge was all the optical services was actually under the ministry. You are registered together with herbalists and witch doctors. That was the ministry where all of you were. But I'm glad actually. That is very true, by the way. Under the leadership of under the leadership of the team, which was your first cohorts actually, they formed now the cohort and the association. And the first task was to bring optometrists to be actually under a regulated organization, and that's why now we went to KH Power to be regulated. And that's why when you move now from the department regulating herbalists and witch doctors, and now you get to the Ministry of Health. And with that, then you form the Association of Optometry, and you find that at this time now, from the Ministry of Health, you find that there has been now a push towards having a scheme of service which has been developed. I think they're just waiting for one signature for it to be now formalized in the Ministry of Health. That is coming, and thanks to your cohort and the organizations that are coming together. So I see leadership in you, and whatever you are doing now, remember, it's not about you. A tree gives out a shade, but it does not use a shade. It's actually the people use, isn't it? Yeah. A cow gives milk, but it does not drink its milk. It's other people who drink it, isn't it? Yes. So even you who are here, you actually need leaders. It's not actually for your benefit, it's actually for the service of others. So that's how basically you are able to proceed on and you serve others. So back to my other story as well. So after I finished out the PhD, developed those things. So it was the first one. Of course, the African Union came and picked it. I went to Addis Ababa. I received some awards there. So it picked it in Africa. Next one now, I think the palace, the Queen of England, 2019, they picked it as well. They invited me to go to the palace. They honored me for that, so I went and I took a handshake with the late Queen of England because of that. So, yeah, and eventually the story spread. It's actually serving humanity. And of course, having had that, then we've had now advances in terms of literature, in terms of publications, in terms of training and teaching. And I'm happy that even Italia as well is part of the centers that most of the students come for attachment. And I also have a hospital, and I do have optometrists as well from here, do work for me, and I also try to fix them wherever they are. The people from here actually, umeiva, and you have very good attitude for that. And anytime actually we look for opportunities, we want to have complete eye teams. So you find even at the ministry level, we have ophthalmologists, we have now ophthalmic nurses, we have clinical officers, and now we have optometrists as well. So whenever we have opportunities like scholarships, we want to give as well for people to go and study various areas. There will be multiple areas that you will actually get that you can explore. One of them is that you are being taught clinical optometry, so you can go and start seeing patients. Some of that you might see patients after some time, and you say no, probably you need to go somewhere else. There is also the field of research. Please welcome to research. Research is very, very nice. Yeah, you just sit down there, think about what you want to do, implement, and once you implement, you see the results. If they are positive, it has an effect on somebody. So I'm also a researcher. So I've been publishing quite some time. I think over 30 publications. Wow. in quite a number of journals. And in 2022, they also honored me somewhere as the first ophthalmologist outside of Europe to actually do some research which is impactful all over the world because of this smartphone work. So I look forward to actually having an optometrist as well who can actually come and join us in the line of research. There's also the line of policy. There's also the line of policy. At the moment, the world is going towards, there is a move towards refractive errors. So we basically need something in that area as well. So as students don't only think about clinical, think about public health, think about academia as well. There are people who want to be teachers. There are also people who want to do research. So go into all those areas as well. The other bit as well that comes in is that, as you know, there are about 2.2 billion people. 2.2 billion people who have visual impairment. And the leading cause of visual impairment is actually those people who see less than 6/12 in the best eye. So 2.2 billion in the world are visually impaired. In Kenya, I think we're talking about 4 million. Of that 2.2 billion, 1 billion is because of refractive errors, which is directly your area. So you are actually responsible for 50% of alleviating the world's visual impairment problems. So there is a job for all of you. Iko kazi. So, but you just have to position yourself as in the right direction. So, so in that perspective as well. So you need to position yourself into that space, and for the next 10 years, actually it's 2030, but it might be actually vision 2040. It's called 2020 and beyond. The next focus for the world health is actually refractive errors and cataracts. And even so, for the next 20 years, is actually going to be, that will be the focus. And most of the funding will actually come into the space of refractive errors. And that's now where you people actually fall in. WHO has come up with a framework for controlling refractive errors called the SPECS services, which means where you provide service and get people to go there, to go for service. P stands for personnel, so we have to train more to actually be able to meet the refractive error needs, and that's where most KOSA and other universities and even KMTC come in terms of giving personnel. And then we have education, that's E for education. And then we have cost, actually having initiatives that are cost effective to reduce the cost. And then of course the last one is called surveillance, which actually brings in the element of research, education and all that. That's why everything is actually covered in that. So Kenya has actually made a signatory for that framework, and they are launching the framework. I think it should be next week in Nairobi, which will also have an impact on us. So you are coming out at the right time when the Ministry of Health is almost coming out with the schemes of service, and also WHO is already aligning, and now there will be a lot of work for us to do. So what is our role? When I started in Kitale those days, I told you we used to get optometrists from Tanzania. And right now, there are about 750 to 800 optometrists currently in Kenya, waiting to go to the public service. The required ratio is actually 1. What's the recommended ratio? 1:2? Yeah, one optometrist for how many population? Yeah? 10,000 or 100,000? Yes. Go and find out about that one. So we have not even scratched the surface of it's about 10,000 people. Yes, one optometrist for about 10,000 population. But at the moment, I think we are working out around 75 so far is our target for Kenya. But I know worldwide we want to come down to that. Yeah. So there is still space for us, but there is something which is also changing and shifting. There is AI which is coming. So, and also there's technology which is improving. So, as we learn and train to get skills, please update yourselves with what is coming every time. I remember from the time around 10 years ago when I started in this space, I've seen enough improvements from just the trial books and frame to now a lot of fancy equipment. But let me tell you one thing. even if those fancy equipment comes in, it will never replace your skills. So make sure you are very good at your skills and learn, and keep on updating yourself, because with that you will never be out of market. So the other bit as well, which I think it will be a challenge for, I want to challenge as well the teaching staff, and also I challenge us as well, is that in the future there is a thinking that optometrists will actually be placed probably at sub-county hospitals and with coming to the primary healthcare level. So you need to expand your knowledge from not only refractions and the refractive error space, but also go to the primary eye care conditions. Please be able to read about, know about allergies. That is the leading cause. In Kenya at the moment, from the data that we have screened using, we have screened about 6.5 million, less than 7 million people now in Kenya. What we know is that Kenya population, 30% of the population have an eye care need. 30%. So out of the 1 million people, let's say in Kakamega County, 300,000 will have an eye care need and will need to be serviced. Of that, 25% will require spectacles to be dispensed. 3/4 of that is 3/4 of 300 is how many? Mathematicians in the house. 3/4 of 300,000. It's about 200,000. Yes, will actually have a primary healthcare need. But you see, since most of us will actually be in those units of us, will be at the clinics, you will have to identify the 3/4 from a quarter that you are able to identify. So you must have the knowledge to identify the 3/4. So I beseech you, or I actually urge you to reinforce and actually go to primary eye care conditions, allergies, dry eyes, quite a number of them. Please pay attention to those ones. That will be your next bread and butter, apart from spectacles as well. So, and of course that will also ensure that when we are doing the policy work, we will say an optometrist who is qualified can also do primary health care, and therefore they can create a space in health centers, dispensaries, in health centers and sub-county hospitals to be able to feed all of us. So that's the next thing which is coming. So that was a challenge for you. So make sure you do that as well, and focus on the skills and be good at what you do. Otherwise, the future is very good. And also as students, you know, our minds are just like the one for an elephant. It just wanders around. Yes, I'm sure this time they're looking at TikTok. I can see. At that time, we have those ones. At that time, so it keeps wandering around, and you are not sure of what you want to do. Please, just focus on one thing. It's just a short period of time. Maybe 1 year is left, 2 years is left, 3 years is left, and you get what you need to do. Otherwise, the eye care space is enjoyable. It is relaxing. It is good for families. At least I'm no longer being cold at night anyway, apart from maybe if there's an injury which you can pardon, I see in the morning. And it is far much more rewarding as well, because if somebody is not seeing now, you give a pair of spectacles, they're able to see the next minute, you get an instant gratification. So it is joyous, and please enjoy that space and guard your profession. Guard it jealously by actually being ethical and doing what? Being ethical and doing the best service for the patients. Otherwise, I'm very honored to actually be with you this evening and share a little bit of the background of what we've done. And I welcome all of you to the world of eye care. If there's anything I could do to help, I'm willing to do it. I'm sure some of us have passed through us, and they have actually gone. At times I run into scholarships, and if there's some for optometrists, I'll always get in touch and say who was one of the best people, and you can actually give them a true pass, and they go to study. It has happened, and it happens that way. Otherwise, thank you very much, and enjoy your evening. God bless.
So because he has done a very wonderful job, and I know a man amongst us who knows how to clap very well. So let me welcome Stanley Amolo to lead us in the appreciation of our keynote speaker. Stanley, karibu.
So we are going to clap in this manner. Ikisema Calaban, wasema ta 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 ta, Signorita ta 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 ta, Calabanda ta ta ta, alafu ta 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 ta. Sawa. Optometrists, we are sharp banners. I'm fine come na Lord Evo. Aya, Calabanda, Signorita, Calabanda, maliza. Calabanda, Signor, Calaban, maliza.
Thank you. Next we go to Julius Nyerere Kamenko. Please come for a certificate. Bakita Nelima, come for a certificate. Hope Erina Tracy Hamala. Hope Erina Tracy Hamala. Next we have Emmanuel Kiprotich Getich. Nyamori Rispamoke. Rispa Moke. Onyancha Ian Omambia. The women rep himself. Celestine Koskei. Celestine Koskei. Travis Muchui Linguli. Travis Muchui Linguli. Somebody to take the certificate on behalf of Travis Muchui. Next, we shall have the awarding of the electoral committee, which has made sure that we have very good elections. So we shall begin with Trevor Oudo. This name is kind of very, very hard to pronounce. Maybe you guys help me. We shall have Shinsheri Okumu. Let's come with Shinsheri Okumu. Carlton Levis. Hawa ni Chebukati. Brian Kipiano. Brian Kipiano pia hayupo. Yupo. Oh, sasa Brian is coming. Patrick Kipngetich, prepare yourself as Brian is receiving his certificate. Patrick Kipngetich. Oh, this one is Carlton Levis. So, Brayo ako wapi? Brayo Kipiano. Hayupo. Okay. So, Patrick Kipngetich afuatwe na Faith Kwamboka. Finally, you have got Faith Kwamboka. Okay, so because the keynote speaker is a man that needs to leave, I've been told he has an urgent surgery. So we shall have to let him go. Before he departs, we've got some gifts also that we have them here, very special gifts, as you guys maybe can see them. Let me give you guys a glimpse. So inside here, you can see this golden wrapping and white. And they are beautifully placed here. I've been told, he's just telling me that the price here is enough to buy a Lamborghini. Yes, still okay? Yes, a Lamborghini. Now, I want a student from MMUOSA. Yes, le président. Because you shall be awarding our esteemed knowledge givers. Now, this gift has been awarded to one of the most beautiful lecturers we have, and this golden ribbon represents a golden dress that she's worn today. And in her own beauty, please come for your gift, Dr. Sheila. Next, we've got also one of our very, very own beautiful ladies, beautiful lecturers. She is stunning, brilliant, not only in her looks but also the brain. And you can call her the chief contact lens specialist. Welcome, Dr. Monica. So I want somebody to. I want a gentleman. Yes. Yes, women rep. So, women rep anasema women should receive a hug, right? Yeah. Yes, let's clap for her. Now next, we still are dealing with our very beautiful ladies, our very beautiful optometrists. The next person is a woman who fears God. This is a person who believes. She is the woman who prays for us. And I know sometimes you've ever wondered why you never got a soup. Dr. Dori, let's go to the I want to welcome Kibe. Yes, Kibe. Yes, let's clap for her once again. Got the man himself. I'm going to say Forrester. Say Forrester. The most brilliant mind we have in optometry. The one man. If you see his exams, then you know you are an optometrist. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give her a clap for Dr. Dragon. A lady. Yes. So the person who is supposed to be receiving this gift. You will mostly find him in the pre-clinic, and then after cutting lenses, he will give you a 10 out of 10. So he is not in our midst today, Dr. Wekesa, so I'll ask Stanley again. Please come and take this gift on behalf of Dr. Wekesa. Faith, please hand over this gift on behalf of Dr. Wekesa. Now, next. Mtu wa nini? The one person in optometry who holds all the power. Huyo mtu ni fire si fire? Ni moto si moto? Ni noma si noma? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to go there. For the one and only Dr. Rono, our chair of department. This one I want Stacy. Yes. They kind of look alike, right? Yes. You guys are not seeing it. You guys are not seeing it. Okay, Stacy, please hand over this. And now, finally, amongst ourselves, there has been a man who I have been told has a PhD. Sasa wewe, I want you to ask yourself, ikiwa exam ya Dr. Ragoti inakusumbua, ikiwa exam ya Dr. Dorini inakusumbua, this man has been able to proceed and get a PhD. This is a person who has, now this English is getting out of my hands. Is it shoken, shukru, shuken, shok? How do you shok? Shaken, whatever. This is the person who has held the hands of the only queen in existence of the world, Queen Elizabeth. So ladies and gentlemen, let us give a round of applause for our chief guest, Dr. Hilary Rono. And because this gift is very special, as you guys can see, gold, right? Yes. Then white. And this thing is heavy. Okay? It's only because I'm masculine, but you guys can. Now, I would like the outgoing president to come and give this very special gift to our guest of honor today. So we shall give them a handy clap just one more time. Now, we should always be proud of who we are as optometrists, as ophthalmologists, but all in all, we care for people's vision, right? So make sure you as a person, your vision is bright. Tell your friend, my vision is bright. Now, is it bright or whatever? It's bright, right? Yes, so that should always be the case. Now, next we have our band here, we shall watatutumbuiza mara ya mwisho. Na in this session, nataka tujiunge nao. Sawa sawa? Nataka sisi wote tujihusishe katika kule kuimba. Ikiwa unajua wimbo huo, tafadhali tutakuwa tunapeana kipaza sauti. A clap for me, that's very good Kiswahili. Clap for me. Tutakuwa tunapeana kipaza sauti kwa wale ambao wanajinadi na kujisifia na kujipiga ulimbwenda ya kwamba hao wanaweza kuimba, si ndio? Nimesahau. Kwa hivyo, as the band is preparing, let me see by show of hands, how many of you are good optometrists and also good singers? You know it? So at the same time, Also prepare your tongue. Prepare your tongue. Prepare your mouth sababu kuna ile kitu ya mapanga ile. Tunataka kukata ile kitu, si ndio? Now we want to have a taste of our beautiful cake as the band is preparing. So while they shall be playing, unakula muziki na unakula keki. Sawa sawa? Yes, so we've got our very, very beautiful cake here, and it shall be opened in a very special way. So Urban, I don't know if you are ready so that we see how we open this cake. Yes, I need the next person, the next rapper. Tunataka kuanza kukata keki sasa. We want to start cutting the cake.
Okay. Aujiumbie keki yake, sio? Najua stano saizi